This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago. Welcome to Chicago.
This is Chicago. Doors open on the left at Chicago.
Welcome to Chicago, coming from the 606 Media Studios. This is the TCSF podcast with Big Z. This week featuring Stevie B from the No Water on the Weekend podcast. What up, Stevie B?
What is up, ladies and gentlemen?
It ain't the Chicago teams. Episode 224 is brought to you by 606 Media, true Chicago sports fans, and Great Clothing Company. Don't forget to go to greatclothingco.com and get your official TCSF podcast t-shirt. Search for keyword True Chicago and use our promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off your entire order. That is TrueFan15. Go and get your shirts now. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, X, we're on Twitch now. Hit that subscribe button,
Smash that button.
That's right. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, remember to give us a 5-star review, drop some nice comments in there, share it. It helps. You ain't got to drop coin, but if you do want to drop some coin on us, you can support the show with the monthly subscription at anchor.fm/True Chicago Sports Fans. You can click over there on the support button and subscribe for as little as 99 cents a month. No inflation, ladies and gentlemen. No inflation.
If you haven't not since you started, there's been no inflation.
Exactly.
Consistency is what we like here on the show and in our sports teams.
Well, we'll get into that in a bit. If you haven't done so, you can check us out at 606media.com. That's where all the shows are being hosted from. You can go on there and click back to any of the shows you want to. Go back, see the audio podcast, the video podcast. Everything's already loaded. As soon as it's done here, it'll be uploaded there. But if you want to watch live, we're on Facebook again. We're on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button and share it. You can follow the 606 family with a couple of shows. We got Impossible with Big Z. There's 10 episodes out there. Dive into people's stories. Each episode features engaging discussions, interviews, fantasizing, fascinating guests, and a healthy dose of humor. And then we got No Water on the Weekend with Stevie B and Sean Daly.
Yeah, buddy, it is.
It's not the weekend. You're cheating.
Well, it's the weekday following the weekend. So
yeah. So it's just because it's a day at the end. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Understood. Go check out No Water on the Weekend right after you finish being live with us or listening to us. They're on audio podcasts anywhere you can find them. Tons of funny stuff on there. What's this week's episode?
So Sean did really well in trivia this week.
Wow.
I whizzed them on comfort food. So what are the top 10 comfort foods that people enjoy eating, which is great. He actually knocked it out of the park. Spoiler alert, but play along, listen if you know the answer, because it takes him a little bit and there's some time. We get into Whatcha Watching, and we could do that part of here, but I won't go into it. But Creature Commando is on HBO Max. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. It's pretty good. So
yeah. We'll get into that. Well, without further delay, episode 224, Disaster by the Bay. So this week, we're going to cover a couple things. One, it's going to be the Bears loss, 38-13 in San Fran in our 3-and-out segment. The Bulls, excuse me, the Bulls have no suitor for nobody that they want to trade. They have no market right now for anybody, even though they're playing pretty well, these individuals, not the team. The Blackhawks joined the rest of the Chicago teams in firing their coach, Luke Richardson. The Cubs are close to making a signing for a new battery, and we'll finish off with What You Watching, as Stevie B has mentioned. So without further delay, let's do our segment of 3 up and 3 down. Let me hit that sounder. It's all the way at the bottom. Always at the bottom.
Well, we're at the bottom at this point.
Yeah,
so only up from here.
Oh, boom. Yes, exactly what it is. That bubble just busted. It's all over everyone's face like egg. And, Chicago's first game since firing former coach Matt Eberflus. The 49ers just whooped our butt. They took advantage of a team that has no discipline. That team has pretty much quit. 38-13. Caleb came out afterwards and said, we got our ass kicked today. No way around it. I think at one point they had 240 yards, and
Three.
we had 200. It said 240 something. This is quoting him, and we had total 4 yards. That's in a half. That was at halftime. They had 4 yards. Regardless of how we feel, regardless of all that, we gotta hand it to us. Yeah, you did. You did. You had 4 yards at halftime. 4.
Yeah.
Last week you had 53. So in 2 halves of 2 starting, the 2 halves of the 2 games, you had 57 yards. I mean that's just pathetic. 57 yards. It's a hard watch now to watch this team. I mean, how much were you able to watch? I mean, I know you turned it off and then went back on.
Yeah, I stopped at the what is it? 4 minutes before the half, and then because I was like, this is not going anywhere. They're not going to get any more yards. And then I turned it back on after the third into the fourth. So and I watched that, and then I missed the 6 points that they got. So all that action, but I got to see a touchdown at least.
Yeah, the 6 points. I mean, it was pretty cool that they actually ran the ball and then played off the run to get it to pass. It opens things up, and you can listening to the commentators, they were literally saying every team has run on San Francisco to open up the pass, and it's worked out for them. We don't understand why the Bears are not doing that, and it showed. You know, the Bears. What did they run for?
Well, the first 2 plays of the first drive, they had 2 runs, and then they passed, and then it was 3 and out, and that was it. They couldn't get anywhere with the run. Swift's got, I want to say 3 yards on that for the first 2 plays, if that, and then they passed, and then no one was open. And Caleb got a sack, and then it's like, okay, well, let's go defense.
Yeah, and also the defense was very vanilla. It was very cover 2, just sitting there, giving them a lot of cushion. You can't do that. They have George Kittle and Deebo Samuels, and they have some weapons. They literally can show you that they can scheme against cover 2, and anybody can scheme against cover 2 at this point. So a lot of stuff was open, and it's like, why are we not doubling Kittle? It made no sense. And then you had your 4th string running back just rushing all over you. What do you have? Probably like 130 yards or something like that. Let's see.
He got 15 carries, 78 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Right. And then Patrick Taylor had 25 on 7 carries. It's just it's sad because you'll have Brock Purdy, who also threw for 325 with 25 throws. Caleb had 23 throws and 134 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's just an anemic offense, and it's like, I don't want this boy should not, and I mean that with all respect. Caleb Williams should be throwing for at least 234 every game at a minimum, not 134 or negative yards in the first half. It just is. It's frustrating because you were sold. This is going to be a beautiful team. They're going to go play playoffs, or they're going to take the North and never give it back. Ryan Poles, who said that, and there's really a lot of people just saying they're almost done with this team. Are you done with this team?
I'm watching in spurts. I think it's going to be in the background if I have it on.
Yeah.
Everyone's tired. I think everyone's tired of watching sports here in the city, especially with me and the Bears. I mean, I got a new Bears jacket for free from my mom, of course, from Uline. But I don't want to wear it. I haven't put it. I tried it on. It fits. It looks great. It's nice, rainproof and stuff like that, which is great. But I don't want to wear it. I don't want to wear it right now.
Are you embarrassed to wear it, or just?
No, I'm embarrassed. I'm really embarrassed. Like, same thing with, like, the only thing I've been wearing is like my Blackhawk stuff, Cub stuff. It's almost there. I'll pull it out once it comes January or February, but depending on what's going on with them. But no, I don't want to watch this team. I rather have Bajent go out there and save Caleb and rest him and have him take looks, but they're not going to do that. And you know what? He's going to get his reps in. That's what they want. Get his reps. I hate to see something happen to this guy the last 3 games or 4 games left or whatever it is in the season, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to watch it anymore. I'll watch the first quarter. I'll watch probably the second half because, again, we've seen they're a second half team. They don't start off great, and I don't know what else to watch on TV anymore. I'm getting burnt out.
There's tons of stuff to watch on TV. And I really think that, especially on Sundays, a lot of people are putting it on their second TV or just putting the Bears game on the phone, the tablet, the laptop, and there's putting their main TV on these high scoring offenses. We saw, was it the Chargers
and the Chiefs.
and the Chiefs?
They got a good double doink, and we didn't.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. And then the game before that with the other LA team, the Rams, and then who else? I forgot.
It was the Bills, Buffalo.
Yeah, that was a great game. It was
that was a great
shootout.
one.
Yeah, over 80 points scored. Yeah, that's exciting football. That is exciting football. Those are two well-coached teams. We don't know how far the Rams are going to go, but they're trending in the right way. What up, Izzy? They struggled just a little bit. The Bears did. Yeah, just a little
bit. I mean, if that's called participation award right there, how much they got.
Oh, God. Yeah, they give them the little trophy. And
Each one of them gets a little trophy after every game.
Yeah. And you know what? Right now, everyone was like excited about the new coach, Thomas Brown, taking over. And you know what? He laid a goose egg. He literally laid a goose egg. The offense was anemic. It felt like these guys on offense, when I talk about the wide receivers, are not getting open. Caleb's holding the ball a little bit too long. It's the same story over and over. So nothing's really changed.
No.
The defense was not aggressive at all. So they just let, Brock Purdy just throw the ball wherever he wanted. Little to no pressure. I mean, it's pretty bad how this team has fallen so far down. All right, Chuck's chiming in, watch the entire game. He tried. You do a sports podcast, and the Bears are 50% of more of Chicago sports. Bajent, you're bad at sports. That's a cute take. Start Bajent. Yeah, I mean, that was in tongue in cheek, Chuck. There's no way they'll start Bajent. That kid will get killed as well. Right now, it is pretty much getting Caleb some reps and making sure that everyone can get some chemistry with him. But yeah, he's got, I think it's 59 sacks.
Yeah, just about. I think just about for that. I mean, I don't know. I just think that it's hard to watch. Everything is about the same. Yeah, he holds the ball too much. But again, everyone's either not open, can't follow the play, trying to receive the ball. He can't even run the ball. So it's kind of hard to see where he's going to throw it at, and then he takes a sack.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. The reason he's holding the ball is because he's trying to play a hero ball. And, Chuck is saying that, the average is 2.7 seconds, and he's, holding the ball 2.4 seconds. Yeah. Hard to hold the ball when the defensive line is right in your lap at 1 second. They're really just cutting through like butter. And it's pretty bad. So it's bad anticipation, bad scheming with a team that had, I think, about almost 20 injuries on the San Francisco side, and you weren't able to take the line. The line is horrible. You couldn't take advantage of that. Yes, Kittle's going to get his yards. Debo could have got his yards, but I mean, to give up.
He had 6 receiving yards or receiving passes, and then 151 yards total.
Yeah, they were big plays. Yeah, right over the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right over the middle. So I mean, that's a soft spot when you're playing cover too, right over the linebackers, and boom, you let Kittle do what Kittle does. Jennings with 90 yards. Guerrero caught 2 passes for 50. Debo 2 for 22. I mean, it's just bad. Jennings with 2 touchdowns, Taylor 1, and then I was going to say Guerrero, but it's Guerendo. Guerendo.
2 TDs. So
he rushed straight through like no problem.
Yeah, I mean, with Thomas Brown, I think even though he had a little bit of a longer week, right? So I don't know what else. I know Jalen Johnson was on 6-7 the score saying, with all these changes, is it helping or hurting? And nothing is really consistent. It's hard to figure out, there's no comfort in going out there because the plays are always different and they're not sticking with one thing. But again, it looks like they are because they're doing the same thing every week. So I don't know what the difference is in the play calling for defense. And yeah, secondary is probably tired. Everyone's probably tired of just now they're just checking in and then checking out and getting on the plane. Oh, another loss. Well, let's go home. That's I think they're just all deflated. Like they don't want to do
it might
anything
be
anymore.
1, 2, 3 Cancun at this point for the Chicago Bears. But I mean, at this point, the defense has carried them for so long. They're out there and they're getting exposed. I think they definitely need to address some of these schemes, especially playing so soft and that bend and don't break defense. That's not sustainable when you're playing against the Patrick Mahomes or any top level quarterback who can pick that up. It's very easy for them to be like, all right, cool, I'll just throw it over the middle, over the linebacker, or hey, we'll just run it to the outside as you try to come in. It's just really, really bad planning when you had so long to plan for the San Francisco game. You didn't make adjustments until halftime. I mean, there's 4 yards of offense. I'm pretty sure a college team could put 4 yards of offense on an NFL team. Maybe that's a bad take. But at the same time, if you put Alabama, one of those big schools, I think they can 4 yards. I think they can get 4 yards.
Yeah, I don't watch that much college football, so I couldn't tell you. But yeah, it's just sad. And it's just, I'm numb at this point. That's like, what else can go wrong? What else worse can they do? What other disappointment of maybe special teams next week, or maybe I don't know, secondary, or Caleb throws 3 interceptions. I'm at this point, like, I want to see him just rip the ball out, just throw it. And if you get interceptions,
he might be playing a little careful, and it's time for him to do whatever he's good at. What I'm looking at, what JC wrote on here, is that the Bears at this point, if they were to draft today, they pick 9th, 36th, and 41st. And hopefully it's all offensive line. I mean, that is the priority for the Chicago Bears team, is to draft an offensive line and protect Caleb Williams, to give him a little bit more time to open up holes for a running back. I don't know how they went from 4-2 and then lose 7 straight. It just doesn't make any sense that once they came back from London, like the wheels just fell off.
Yeah, they had too much time off. And I feel like this is the same thing. They had a longer week. For me, I feel like they can't have a long week. They need to have consistency and just go the regular week how they normally get ready for a game. I don't know, because London game, they were so out of sync when they played Washington. And then this week, it's just they couldn't get a rhythm at all. And they had a week and a couple days?
Yeah, 10 days. I mean, you're looking at, I'm looking at the past games, right? And they played the Lions and lose by 3. Great game. So again, we were a second half team. If we would have started off hot in the beginning, we probably would have won that game, right? You've got the Vikings, the Viking game, right? We lose by a field goal as well. The Packer game, we lose by 1. The Patriots, we didn't even show up for that game. That team is hot garbage, and we lost to them. The Cardinals just put a spanking on us. It was like they weren't prepared for that game. That was a game that was winnable at that time, because the Cardinals were not that good at that point. I think they're a lot better now, but they weren't that good. They weren't even healthy. You got the Commanders game that started off the whole losing streak, right? Just because Stevenson was celebrating with the fans. No, dude, you were messing around. You were definitely messing around. Yeah. And it's just every single week they find a different way to lose in games that are so winnable. 49ers game, that should have been a one. Let's say that's a loss. Okay, fine. The Lions game, the Vikings, the Packers, all winnable games. They should have beat the Patriots and the Commanders. So they lose to the Cardinals and the 49ers. I mean, come on. It would have made a huge difference. Now they got to go Monday night versus the Vikings.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it's going to be that close of a game, because it's at the Vikings on Monday night. The
I mean, it's indoor, but still.
Yeah, but the Vikings are at this point, they are looking at
They're
the
looking
standings.
pretty good.
They're
I'm not
loving
gonna
it
lie.
too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
have the
Sam
toughest
Darnold has been playing great. I mean, he pulled it out. Well, didn't pull it out. He just ran with it, and they scored 42 points this weekend, or 40-something points this weekend.
42 against the Falcons.
Yeah.
Right? Falcons
Yeah,
are not that
gunslinger,
great.
ruined Kirk Cousins, like, welcome back kind of thing.
Yeah.
But, maybe we get the same thing. Maybe it's 52. So, I wouldn't put it past us that we're going to not have, great defense.
Yeah, I'm guessing TV.
Oh my God, I'm allergic to losing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
So Chuck has it that the Vikings win by 14. It might be more, Chuck. It might be a lot more.
Yeah, probably 14, but I would assume more. Maybe.
Yeah, we have what?
Yeah,
Montez Sweat on one side, nobody on the other side. Montez Sweat's getting double teamed, and he's got 2 sacks this season. 2. That is it. This guy's supposed to be a monster. Is he hurt? Is he playing hurt? What do we know? Nothing's been said.
No.
So what's going on with this dude? Is he just like, hey, I'm just mailing it in because I got no help and I'm the one only here? I know he had the leg problem, he got spiked, the ankle problem and whatever. But if you're hurt, there's hurt and injured, and everyone is hurt at this point. If you're playing the NFL, injured is completely different. So again, this defense, Sweat can't suck. He must be hurt. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's got to be playing hurt. He's got to be definitely playing hurt, and he's sucking it up. So we'll continue to monitor that, and we'll post everything on the Facebook website. So and I don't want to just keep hammering this stuff, but who is going to be the person that takes responsibility? Is it going to be Ryan Poles? Is it going to be Warren, Kevin Warren, or is it going to be McCaskey? Because it can't just be the coaches. You guys drafted them. You guys hired the GM. You guys hired the president. At some point, they came out and said, that they're that there was a fake report that Jeff Bezos was interested in buying the Bears, and then you had McCaskey saying that's fake. Virginia's 102 years old.
I don't know. Maybe she's got 102 more. We don't know.
She's a vampire.
So yeah, it's just, I don't know. I think that it falls on Ryan Poles. I think he's taken 2 steps forward and 1 back each time he's done something. You question whether or not is he a great character to pick out the next coach, because he got, Matt, right? He's decided to stick with him for the second year for this year, or to continue him like playing, and it's just their coaching, I should say. And I don't know. I just think that Bill Belichick, don't even think about it. Put that out of your mind. He's not going to come here. I'd like to see Cliff Kingsbury. I think that'd be great. Shanahan, the coach for the 49ers, he shut that down really fast.
Oh yeah, he's like, no, I'm not leaving. I'm good.
No, I'm not leaving. But yeah, I think Cliff Kingsbury would be a great coach. But I think that would be my favorite pick out of everyone. I know the guy from Detroit, the offensive coordinator. He's a hot guy, a hot commodity. So I mean, I'm all for it. I want an offensive guy. But what's throwing me off is Thomas Brown right now.
Yeah, I think he's just a placeholder.
Yeah, I know.
I like Mark Vrabel. I think that would be. I know it's another defensive. I think he's a defensive coach.
Yeah,
yeah. So, but I still think because he's a strong personality, it's all about who you get as an offensive coordinator, and we need somebody who's actually really good at, calling an offense and developing a quarterback. If you go for Ben Johnson, as you were saying, from Detroit, we don't know how he's going to be as a coach. He also has one of the best offensive line. He has a quarterback that has turned his career around. He will have Amon St. Brown, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL right now.
Not his brother, that's for sure.
That guy's on the street selling oranges. A cool cool stat
The
that I just
mouse.
found. Longest streak of consecutive games in a regular season with this was requiring passes without having an interception. We are second on that list. You got the Chargers with 11 games, and then the Bears had 7 games. The streak when it ended. Yeah, in those 7 games, we had 7 losses. In that streak for the Chargers, they went 6-5. So that's telling you a lot that I really don't think the issue is Caleb. I think the issue is the play calling, the scheming. Because right now he's, I know he does audible from time to time, but it is a lot of it is we're not running the ball, which are open to pass. You don't have to throw a deep ball every single time. 5-10 yards is perfectly fine. See what the defense gives you and do that. So I know we're all over the place. We're probably just still pissed off from watching this game, and just the thought on Monday night. We're probably going to be live as the game is going on. So it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I really had high hopes this week that they were going to win this game, and it's just been bad. All right, Chuck is chiming in. I never blamed the owners. I thought it was weak, too easy. However, if this was controlled experiment with baselines, etc., you see one factor remain constant: ownership. It's science.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to go down quantum physics and talk about multiverse and time heists, we could definitely do that later on another time. And I love to talk science. I'm science guy here. So
Stevie B, the science guy. You're talking
Stevie, the science guy.
Yeah, you're talking Marvel science. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, and what could pick up Mjolnir, the hammer, right? So no, but I agree. I think it's owners. I mean, Kevin Warren, I don't know what he's day to day. I think he was only brought there to actually build the stadium and participate in that, and that's not even getting done.
No,
he's handshaking and kissing babies at this point, and we're nowhere near the stadium. I don't have faith in this organization anymore. We can't even find a spot for the stadium, let alone they trust them to pick a new coach. You can't even. You bought a piece of land, and it's just paying taxes on it. What is going on? You don't have a field. You don't have Justin Fields anymore. Yeah, you don't have any leadership in that office. And I just feel like everyone's like, oh, I'm getting a paycheck. Oh, nice to see you. You're here in the office. That's great. So how was your weekend? Like, that's all it is. That's what it feels like. Or they're playing Mario Go-Kart in the other room. It's not Game 7 of the World Series, okay? You're not even there yet.
Yeah. A couple more things before you jump off with the Bears. Couple players that I'm not sure if they come back. One would be Tyreek Stevenson. Obviously for the reason of he's having a sophomore slump, and he did he had a bonehead play. Keenan Allen.
He came out and said that he'd like to come back, but
was he trying to get paid?
Right? Yeah.
The guy plays 8 games a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good on that. I don't want to pay him or any receiver that much money, and you're not giving us production. Thomas Brown not earning his keep. We know he's going. We said he had to go 5-0 last week, and that we know that's not going to happen. And the biggest deal is they have already said that Ryan Paul's job is safe, so he'll be here for the next draft. So the thing is, can he draft offensive linemen? That's going to be the question. Yeah.
Imagine if his first pick is something other than offensive lineman.
I would not put it past him.
Yeah. I think the streets would actually catch on fire. I think there'd be a bunch of people with pitchforks and little fire sticks. Like if it's Frankenstein at Soldier Field or Hallis Hall, get him, waiting for someone to come out.
Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. So, what is your score prediction for Monday night versus the Vikings?
Vikings 45, Bears I'll give them 10.
Damn.
I want to have more faith,
I want to have more faith too.
but I'm broken.
Yeah.
And it's Christmas, and apparently you're supposed to have jolly memories and have all this faith and believe in people. Well, I'm not believing in the Bears right now, let alone our other sports teams that we'll talk about after this. But Big Z, do you have faith?
Not in any Chicago sports team, no. Yeah, I think 42-17 Vikings. Yeah, yes, Rome had a spectacular catch in the end zone, was able to look down, put his feet down, make sure, he was in bounds when he caught the touchdown. But
you know what? I'm torn, and that's a good question to ask. I am torn because if we didn't get Keenan Allen, we just have DJ Moore and who else? And other backup guys. I mean, I'm okay with these three.
There's going to be wide receivers on the market. If you're going to pay, you're going to pay Keenan Allen, you go a little bit more and go get another wide receiver. So
no, that's true. I'm a fan of him. I don't know. I like the kid.
I do like the kid. I wish he had more touches. I wish he was more involved in the offense. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see.
That's a good score. I mean, it's possible. I like to, if they lose to that, I'm okay with. I'm not okay with they lose, but it's better than a blowout.
I mean,
same.
Yeah. We already lost by 3 points, 1 point, 2 points. We're finding new ways to lose. So we'll find a new way. Can we get Mooney back? Yeah, you seen what he's been doing over there.
He had one good catch. I saw it. It's not that spectacular.
Yeah, but he had 0 catches the game before, and anytime you have a wide receiver like, man, dude, I'm your number one, and you didn't give me the ball. He's gonna get the ball a lot the next game. So, yeah, we could have had Mooney for cheap, like 11 or 14 million.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like to say the next episode should be "This is the way," because this is the only way we know of losing streak right here. Ooh. So this is the way. Yeah.
I'll work on that flyer. Yeah. He has been good this year. Yeah, he has. I
didn't pick him up in my fantasy because I was nervous. So.
Yeah, Israel, the Bears should sign anybody who is available that they can afford to get. You solidify the defensive line on the other side of Montez Sweat. Get a good defensive end. They can pick up another secondary option to help out Stevenson if he continues this sophomore slump. But the focus should be on the offensive line. It's as simple as that. Beef up that offensive line. Beef it up. Beef it up. Beef it up. You've seen what Detroit did. When they didn't win a game, the next year they won 3 games, whatever it was, and they kept drafting offensive linemen. And guess what? Now they have one of the best offensive line that's young. And what's going to happen is as they continue to grow, now they have chemistry, and now you can put a quarterback, now you can build outside. Usually that's.
And then there's a Super Bowl.
I would love to see them in the Super Bowl, but I think the NFL is going to put Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
I don't want that. I really don't.
I don't want that. I want to see the Lions get there. They're an exciting team. So
I like to see Lions in Baltimore. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yes, that'd be another good game.
I would enjoy that. I think that'd be a good game to watch.
You get Derrick Henry to get his chance at the Apple.
Right.
To get that Super Bowl. So I like you both. All right, we got one more comment before we jump off for commercial. Yes. Yeah. Montez Sweat does need a lot of help. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Hey, true Chicago sports fans, show off your Chicago pride with some fresh clothes from Grit Clothing Company. At Grit Clothing, they create that simple yet classic style that represents that Chicago Southside lifestyle. From t-shirts to hoodies, hats to glassware, they've got you covered. Grit has everything you need to represent your Chicago pride. So do it right now. Check out gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15.
TrueFan15
for 15% off your entire order. Let me say it again. That's gritclothingco.com and use the promo code TrueFan15 for 15% off of your entire order.
What up? It's Martin Moreno, and you are listening to True Chicago Sports Fans Podcast.
Welcome back to the TCSF podcast with Big Z in the house. We got Steve B from the No Water Weekend. He's refilling his drink because he's a little thirsty. And I think everybody, Chuck, has adopted the Lions. Yeah, they're fun to watch. So, I mean, everybody in our division in football is fun to watch except for the Bears. But let's move on to the Chicago Bulls. So we're going to talk about the Madhouse on Madison teams. Right now, they're both not doing very well. The Bulls lost to the 76ers. It was not a pretty game. I mean, Zach has been playing overall pretty well on the season. Vooch has had a couple games of 35 points, 30 points, and stuff like that. So we definitely have some all-star potential for these guys. But I'm telling you, they will not be playing on the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah. The worst part is there's no market for these guys. We talked about that. Where's Zach going to go? Who wants to take – well, he doesn't – well, his contract's still pretty big, but who wants to eat that? And who can they give us? And if we do take that, what are we going to get? BC players that they don't want anymore?
Yeah, they'll get some.
That's essentially what's going to happen.
Yeah, some expiring contracts. We are definitely posting that one, Chuck. Jesus Christ, the Bulls. This hurts.
Literally, yeah, Chuck.
Yeah, man. Every single team that plays in Chicago sucks, man.
We need a therapy session for everyone to sit there, vent, have some beer, right? Just talk shop. You know, if you have tissues and you need them, they'll be there. I cry for other reasons, but
yeah, I don't think we can afford Chuck as our therapist here. So we don't make that much money at TCSF. We have.
Wait, we're making money?
Wait, you're getting paid?
You're getting paid? I'm not. No. Yeah. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
We got the 76ers whooping on the with a bad team with no Embiid. They just kicked their ass. I know the score doesn't reflect it. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks, appreciate that. Chuck bought a shirt. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, very nice.
I'm not gonna see any money out of that, but
it's got to pay the bills, sir. It's got to pay the bills.
Jackson needs some food.
No. Oh, it pays the TCSF bills. It doesn't pay. No, Jackson's food is out of my own pocket, and it's pretty expensive. He's got to get a social, man. You need to put him.
You need
to
to start having him out doing some tricks for kids at parties and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, the Bulls. I mean, I know Kobe's White dealing with the wrist and the ankle. Giddey is playing with a broken nose that Zach did. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
It was a game before. I think against the Celtics, was it?
And he broke his nose?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he broke it, but he busted him up pretty bad. I think Io they took a rebound from Io. He had a triple-double. They took the scorekeeper took a rebound away, and then Io was going for a rebound. He's like, I got it. And Zach went back and went like this, not to grab the rebound, and hit Giddey in the nose and just said, it just exploded like a balloon.
Wow.
It was out there. It was bad.
Just as bad as Derek Carr's arm?
Yeah, so the next game, I think it was against the Spurs, and then the next game he had to wear a mask against the Pacers. So, I mean.
Who pays for that bill? Does Levine go ahead and say, hey, I got you?
Levine had to do, yeah, definitely had to.
I mean, they have the Hornets coming up next on the 13th, Friday the 13th.
Yeah, they got almost a whole week off. They probably need it because they actually need to do some practice.
Right. The
Yeah,
Raptors, then the Celtics again. Bucks, Hawks. Yeah. I don't know. I
it's
think we might.
no consistency.
Yeah.
Just like every other team that we have, no consistency. Zach can go either for 30 or you'll have 7 points.
Yeah.
Vooch,
Or maybe 60 sometimes.
yeah, Vooch will have 8 points one game and then he'll have 35 the next game. Kobe White, same thing. Like all of these players do not play on a consistent basis. They don't, fellas. Who on the Bulls starts for 15 other teams? Zach is a starter. Vooch would be a starter.
Yeah. Kobe White would be coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Patrick Williams off the bench.
You know what? He hasn't been playing. There's a undisclosed injury.
Yeah.
So maybe there's an issue with him. There's an issue.
Yeah.
So
Or maybe they're saving to chop him because that was also conversation.
They should have just cut him loose or traded him last season. Like I just don't understand what these Chicago teams are doing. Lonzo Ball, I mean, they're going to increase his minutes. Oh, okay. So
he could get hurt again. Hopefully it doesn't happen, but that it could happen. It's been a possibility.
Yeah, and then you're seeing a lot more of the young guys playing. Taylor Horton Tucker, who looks like he's 45. Dalen Terry, he's just not an NBA player in my opinion at this point. And then Julian Phillips. These guys are getting 2 and 3 points.
Yeah.
Okay, what teams would Zach not start? He's our best player. Where would he not start?
The Knicks?
Oh, no. Oh.
I don't think he'd start on the Knicks.
Damn, the Knicks are stacked.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think the Knicks would be the only one. Miami, he would start. Maybe Dallas.
Good one.
Maybe Dallas. I would say between the Knicks or Dallas.
Let's see who's on the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns, and Anunoby, Brunson, Bridges, Hart. I would probably take Zach. Boston, yeah, Boston would be.
Yeah,
Boston would probably be the team. Because I could think he can take over for Josh Hart as another inconsistent player. I would say Boston, yeah,
that'd be a good one. I agree with that.
Yeah, Dallas. Who's on Dallas? Dallas, you've got PJ Washington. He's a forward. He's a double machine. Najee Marshall.
But think of it. If you put Zach in there, are the rest of the guys going to lose their consistency? Probably.
Yeah, I think Dallas would be another one because that's a fully loaded team as far as like they all score very well. Memphis, Memphis. I'm not even familiar who's on Memphis except for John Morant.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he could probably start, but I don't know exactly who's all on there.
Yeah. Memphis is a weird team right now. Yeah, Charlotte. Yeah, he's definitely starting at Charlotte.
But, absolutely.
Yeah, you could trade him and Ball to Charlotte, and that would be a nice running gun team that doesn't play defense.
Let me pose a question on here.
Yep, go for it.
Do you think the NBA is getting stale? Because there was an article that came out saying that viewership and people aren't watching the NBA teams anymore. It's not as exciting as it used to be.
Yeah, well, because of the lack of defense, because it's just running gun. And
too many threes. Everyone's shooting threes.
Yeah. My brother from another mother, Alex, just went to a game a couple nights ago. I think it might have been on Friday. And he's like, dude, does anybody just play defense? They just run up to the 3-point line and just chuck it up and then don't try to get a rebound. Like, yeah, that's the new NBA. That's exactly what they do. Phoenix is a good thing. Yeah, Phoenix would be a tough place for him to go, but I don't know. Phoenix, they have a lot of injuries, so that's probably why he would play. The new NBA is really just running gun without any defense. And then you'll see them try to, put half court offense in the last 2-3 minutes of the game.
Right.
Also, football is king right now. So not everybody's locked into the NBA. People don't log into the NBA after football's done
Right.
because they feel like it doesn't matter.
Unless your team is doing really well.
Right. Unless your team is dominating, which I don't think there's a team that's dominating in the NBA right now. Well, okay. Just looking at the teams, Cavaliers are 21-4. Did not know that.
Yeah.
Did not know that. That's how much no one knows it because it's Cleveland. The Celtics, you expected them to be up there. They have a stacked team. The Magic, surprising 17-9. The Knicks, after the trade, 14-9. After that, everyone else is 500. On the Western Conference, you got the Thunder, 18-5. That's a lot of years of sucking and having all those draft picks. It's starting to pay off. The Grizzlies, 17-8. Yeah.
You could tell in the West, low market income is definitely paying off.
Yeah. And then the Rockets are 16-8. I don't even know who's on the Rockets.
Yeah, me either.
Mavericks are 16-8. Warriors are 14-9, surprisingly. And then after that, there's a fallout where everybody's just pretty much 500 or below. There is a lot more sucky teams than good teams in both conferences. That is due to no one's playing defense. A lot of players are playing hurt. I don't want to play back-to-backs. You got Embiid pretty much not playing because he got paid.
Right. I just, I don't think I'm not watching that much NBA at all. I'm not watching pretty much any sports as much as like just our Chicago teams. Yeah, Christmas could tell you, but also the NFL has Christmas games now.
Yep, on Netflix. We'll see how that does.
Buffering. That's right. I don't know. I'm not excited for the NBA. Too many threes, and I do miss defense. That's what the 90s was about. Even in the 80s, early, you had these aggressive plays. You don't even have rivalries anymore. Everyone's buddy in the NBA now. I'm not going to hit my friend. Maybe I want to join my friend over there and have another super team. It's just like I need physicality. I need grudges. I need, going to their other locker room, but not getting in there, but just making a presence. I don't know, something. I want a dog.
You want a Draymond Green?
Yeah, I want a dog. I don't want a little, puppy that I put in my purse or whatever, that kind of dog. I don't know what kind of dog that is. And no, I don't have a purse, but you get my point. So, but yeah, I just don't want to, carry one along. I want one that's like Jackson, aggressive, defend your owner, things like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. With the NBA, I'm just not excited. I mean, LeBron looks aged this season. That's for sure. I know, but again, it's not like it's like a quick decline. It was like, damn, it's 10 points.
Yeah.
No son. I think that's what it is. He misses his son too much, and he needs him back on the bench. I don't know. But that's basketball, ladies and gentlemen.
Basketball, ladies and gentlemen. Basketball. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. It's just really bad basketball all the way around. Again, it's just I really don't think that it doesn't pick up. Like it used to be like, all right, Christmas Day, the Bulls are playing the Lakers. All right, everybody's got to watch.
Yeah.
It's not like that anymore. It's definitely. All right, here we go. Chuck's chiming in again. Yeah, the NFL will crush the NBA Christmas, definitely.
Yeah. Again, the only thing I could say that if it doesn't make money is because of the buffering thing from Netflix. But other than that, yeah, NFL should crush NBA.
Yeah, it definitely will. And yeah, NBA, you got baseball, same thing. If you want to touch on that for a second, with Juanso getting $765 million over 15 years with the Mets.
Yeah, I don't know.
None deferred.
No, not doing the Lakers thing or the Dodgers thing. I don't know. I think he's a great bat. Outfield, I think it's hit or miss with him with the outfield. I've seen him drop a lot of balls.
He's very iffy as far as being a right fielder. Okay, you played that much for a DH. He's super young. After 5 years he can opt out. No, Michael Jordan, no. He's 50 something. No. Um, yeah, so you definitely have baseball and basketball where these guys get paid, they get their bag up front, and sometimes the drive eludes them at that point because everything's paid for. So it is what it is.
I mean, what was it? 765 million, right?
Yep. Would have opt out after 5 years.
After 5 years, I think I'd call my career and buy an island.
It's crazy because he's also got a signing bonus, which goes up front, and because he's in Florida and the taxes are a lot cheaper because
A lot cheaper.
Yeah, a lot cheaper. So he gets that with not that much taxes taken out. So the Blackhawks, I know we were talking about the teams on my house on Madison. They actually won against the Rangers 2-1.
Yeah, very surprising. I was shocked with that one, and they're playing right now. Actually,
It's over.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Final, 2-1.
so 2-1 and New York City. So, and that's a hard place to play at the Rangers. So, this is what I mean. No consistency. They changed coach, right? It should have happened like that with Thomas Brown, but it didn't. So, take a page out of the Blackhawks book, right? Because these guys are going somewhere. I mean, the next one is the Islanders, and the Islanders still pretty good. They're not, no scrubs. They have a great mascot of the lady,
The lady.
Yeah, you never saw when they're in the playoffs. There was a woman that flashed, and it went on Twitter, and you got to see them.
Yeah.
See them. Yeah. So,
See her eyes.
yeah. Beautiful eyes. No. So, and then the Devils, the New Jersey Devils, and then they come back home on that Sunday, the 15th, which I'll actually be there on the 15th.
Nice.
So,
do you think the Hawks should instill the hits principle? They got to hit somebody, because I was there. We were there last weekend, and they weren't hitting anybody.
No, no, they weren't hitting, but there was one fight, but there was no checks in the glass, nothing like that. I do think they should hit more in check. I think they're tough guys.
Yeah, they're not.
They're tough guys, but they don't want to play. I don't know. Maybe it's coaching, I guess.
That's probably why they
probably
fired
why.
Coach. Yeah.
Definitely. So, but I mean, you got the Islanders, New Jersey Devils, which aren't that great. I think they could probably take 2 out of 3 the next couple games before Sunday.
I mean, their goalie's out as well. He has a goalie injury, Mazurek.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, we knew this team was rebuilding. We knew exactly where they were.
I just don't know how much longer it's going to take to rebuild.
2 more years.
I don't want it to be 2. I at least want 500. Just give me 500.
Build with the with the NHL. They have a hard cap, and it's a very small one.
I'm impatient. Okay.
Yeah, agreed, Chuck. A 17-year should not hit anybody. Yes, you agree. You got to get some Bufflin, some Sharps, and those type of big players that are willing to get into the trenches with.
I mean, we have some of the time, but not all the time like we should.
Yeah, no one on you can't name a Blackhawk right now that's intimidating.
No, I can't. But I mean, I feel like if one person on there wants to do their job, then yeah, but no.
The beer vendors are more intimidating than anybody on the Blackhawks right now.
I mean, the lady that poured us our drinks, very intimidating. She was, what do you want?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I want a seltzer.
And then she called you a pansy and threw a scotch at you.
Uh-huh. And she didn't just throw it at me. She spilled it on my head and said, you get it. Anyway, but no, I'm excited to watch this team. I'm more excited for the 15th because I'm going to be in a suite.
Damn.
Suite live of Stevie B. Only once a year.
What's the 15th, Sunday?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can I come?
If my mom doesn't go.
Cool. All right. The Blackhawks have 8 wins, 17 losses with 18 points for the season. They are the lowest seed in the NHL at the moment. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
That's great.
Number 1. Yeah.
Sure. I'd like to get a top tier draft pick, but
it's going to be another offensive player. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, and then you buy defense. Buy
I
defense.
know. Right. Yeah.
Israel, we're not getting Joe Quenneville. We're not going to even go Y or Dennis Savard.
It's like you're not going to even get what's his name? White Sox. Oh God.
LaRussa?
No. He's commentating with what's his face? I'm drawing Ozzy. I was drawing a blank. It's not like you're gonna have the White Sox go get Ozzy, so you're not gonna go get Quenneville. No. Chris Chelios is retired. Let him enjoy. I don't think he's ready to be a coach yet. If he does, let him be a bench. Let him, do something else. And then
if you can coach hockey, you should go apply. I'm pretty sure they have a LinkedIn where you can go apply for.
Well, the Bears did. They had
they had their stuff on there. I think that was just.
Did you apply? Because I was going to. I'm not qualified, but I like to think we get 4 yards. I just open up my Madden book for 2025 and call those plays. All right, I need you to run this one that goes zigzag to the left and up. All right,
zigzag. That's what you're gonna call it, zigzag.
I need you to zigzag a little bit, about 2 yards, and then come in. Yeah. So, and no, you can't call the audible because I got to look at another play that might not work. So you better keep the play. I swear.
It's gonna be like Tecmo Bowl. I got one run play, one pass play, one run play, one pass play.
Or blitz, right? You got like just 6 plays, and then that's it. I'm out there running on the field. Williams, what do you like here? What do you like?
Or you can flip it. You can flip it if you want.
Yeah. So, and when you do flip, you just got to do this hand signal so the guys know.
So everybody knows, right?
So the guys know. No, but the only coach we haven't gotten fired yet is from the Bulls. I thought we'd talk about that for a second because everyone else got fired. Hit the road, Jax.
Yep, hit the road. Everybody. We fired every single coach in Chicago except for Billy Donovan in the past year.
Yeah.
Every single Chicago.
What's his secret? I want to know. We got some cuts at work today, and it wasn't me. And I was like, damn, unemployment office is right down the street.
All right, so that's enough of Blackhawks. The Chicago Cubs, bad transition, but I don't care. Chicago Cubs are looking to sign a catcher. Did you hear about this?
I did. I don't know much about him. I was hoping JC would be here, but
he's our baseball expert.
I mean, analyst, I should say, when it comes to
he knows all things baseball, right?
I know of them, but I don't know the stats wise. But I mean, I think they do need a catcher. I mean, someone who's experienced and also maybe not that experienced, but someone young, knows what they're doing, can throw to second base. Get people out, and I don't think we're that bad last year, but I don't know. I want more starting pitching. I want a big hit bat. It's just mediocre. So we're consistently bad, but we can't get consistently good.
Yeah, again, you won 83 games 2 years in a row, so I mean, it makes no sense. The Cubs are looking to either pair or improve their catching situation because of Miguel Amaya. John Heyman has reported they're working towards a deal with Carson Kelly. This is still ongoing. This has been going since this afternoon.
Right.
He's a free agent catcher. Trying to look at what the stats are here.
All I know is we're not getting anything great here in the city. We're just getting Cole. This is the worst present that we're getting again. Cole, or maybe some socks and, white T-shirts for underclothes. Like, we're not even getting any toys or anything like that here.
Yeah.
Fruitcake baskets. No Christmas bonus,
No
Christmas
bonus.
We just get to hang out with Krampus the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really that great of a hitter, 230 hitter.
No.
I mean,
230, huh? That's the best we could do?
This is disgusting how we have one of the biggest cities in the country and one of the best fan bases, and we cannot, for the life of me, get a winning team to win more than one championship or even get to the playoffs. I mean, the last championship was the Chicago Sky. What was the last one before that? The Cubs?
Yeah. And then
Okay.
Blackhawks.
The Blackhawks, and then you go back and then it's the Sox. Because
Yeah.
the Bulls haven't won in 30 years.
No. And then 85 Bears.
That's
So.
going on 40 years.
And I don't want them talking about it anymore. That's a long time ago.
Yes, put that to bed already.
The history should be the last 3 seasons that you should remind yourself up. Like, remind yourself every morning that you're a piece of shit and you still suck. Bless you. Oh, you yawned.
No, I'm just yawning. I'm looking at Israel's comments. My cat Skittles is giving me some anxiety. Great advice. Okay. Yeah, you're looking at Miguel Montero. Yeah, Paul was Miguel Montero trying to call everybody for their BS, and they just cut him. No, you cannot call Carlton Fisk. He is retired Hall of Famer. Yeah, the Cubs have looking, bottom bargain shopping. The shopping.
I'm just noticing.
Yeah,
we're gonna be talking about bad teams for another year in summer. This podcast should be called True Negative Chicago Sports Fans, because this is all we're going to be talking about. Things that they should be doing, but they're not doing. I'm getting tired of talking about the Bears every week and every single team. This is negativity. This is like the girlfriends at Christmas past. And yes, I'm doing a lot of Christmas jokes today. 'Tis the season. I just put up the tree too. So
it is so bad. Because everyone was looking forward to it. It was like, all right, baseball sucked. All right, cool. Football's here. Now football sucks. And he's like, well, we can't turn to basketball. We can't turn to hockey.
Yeah.
Baseball again?
No.
You're hoping for the Cubs to do something, because we all know the White Sox are not spending, because they literally hired almost all their coaches back after hiring a new manager. So I'm like, worst team in baseball, couldn't hit, couldn't field, couldn't pitch. Let's rehire everybody. Okay.
Why can't I get a dream job that I don't know shit about and then keep it and get paid a lot?
That's the dream, bro.
Yeah. We're both doing things that we could be doing better things. Like this could be, just as big, or it is that big, but you get my point.
It could be bigger.
It always can. My wallet could get bigger too.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're going to have to hear more negativity next.
Yeah. Well, that's why I have you two emo brothers here. So
yeah. That's why JC's not here, because Wednesday we'll be at Q101's Twisted Christmas and see All American Rejects on Wednesday. Actually, I got these with me this time.
Oh,
they're little earplugs, because JC likes to get right in front. And last time I was unprepared. So
yeah. All right. Well, do you want to do what you're watching?
We can do that.
Yeah, I don't got a theme song for that. Let's just do what you're watching. That is the sports. Go ahead, Stevie B.
All right. So, Creature Commando is a new HBO series that is starting off with the DCU universe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why my camera went out of focus. Technical difficulties per usual.
JC was out of focus the entire episode last week.
There we go. Focused. It's 2 episodes so far. It takes a group of kind of another team of Suicide Squad, Creature Commandos. They're another group of DC anti-heroes. And essentially what they're doing is the first 2 episodes are the same mission, but you kind of get to know the General Flag. That's the father of Rick Flag, who died. So you have the father here. And the second episode is the bride, which is Frankenstein's bride. You get to see how she was made and how smart, I
didn't know she was DC.
They have variants and, both them in the comic books. So I liked it. I thought it was great. People weren't really caring for it. And then Star Wars is Skeleton Crew. That is kind of like Goonies for this kind of thing, but they're trying to make a spin-off of like something Star Wars, but something like movies like Jurassic Park or other things like that, like similarities, like kind of those kind of situations, like how it's written and developed. So I thought it was okay. I'm going to give it some more chances with that. I mean, they're kid actors. It's not like they're not bad. I mean, I wasn't a fan of Stranger Things in the beginning, and as I kept pushing myself to watch it, I enjoyed the series. So I've been watching those two. What else have I been watching besides that? That's been pretty much it. And then Everyone Loves Raymond, and it's nice to have in the background. I think some of that show is pretty funny, and you're still muted.
Yeah, background show.
Background show. If I was doing something else, I know the Nutcracker is with Ben Stiller. That's a new one on Hulu that I was going to check out. And then I've been watching Everyone Hates Chris, which is another one. Background in there. Yeah. Feel bad for Chris. And, again, background stuff, really. I'm not watching a whole lot of the Hallmark stuff. No. What about you, Big Z?
Not too much. All right, Israel, thanks for chiming in. We love when you come on and chime in. Thank you. Take care, Israel. See you next week. For me, let's see. I started watching the Christopher Reeves movie that's on HBO. It's a documentary. About a little bit over halfway through it. It's really good. Talks about his life and his struggles as being an actor. And then, obviously it talks about the accident and how he went from, not breathing at all to breathing to, finding a way to fight. And then I already knew that he roomed with Robin Williams and they were really good friends. But I didn't know he was on the board of the Christopher Reeve Foundation and so forth. So that's where I'm at that point.
A lot of unborn fetuses. Oh, no. South Park made a joke. Cartman found these unboarded fetuses, and Christopher Reeve was buying them all. He would, eat them, and then he'd slowly be able to generate his body back to Superman peak.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's also what I've been watching. South Park Christmas ones. That's another one. Yeah.
What a bad. That's a bad joke.
Why don't you watch that episode and then let me know for next week?
I've never seen an episode of South Park in my life.
No way.
Not one. Never.
Oh my God.
So I used to work for Viacom, and I used to hate, I was in the retail side, and I used to hate folding those shirts over and over and over every day. So
I have, I think, 2 South Park ones.
Yeah. Let's see. Yellowstone. It's got one more episode for the season finale. It didn't say series. It said season. So we shall see what it does at the end, how they spin it off. What else? Lioness on Paramount. Landman on Paramount. Those are great shows.
Oh, Mandy and Georgie. That's also on Paramount. That's a spinoff of Young Sheldon.
Wow, they got another spinoff. Wow.
Yeah, so it's the older brother and Mandy, I believe, or Mandy, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
First marriage. It's actually pretty good.
Okay.
It's pretty funny. So
I think lastly I binged the last season of what is it called? Ink Master.
Okay.
One of the local artists here, his name is Pony Lawson. He does great work. So he was actually on the show. So I was cheering for him, and he got eliminated on a semifinal show. So it's cool to see people that you've come across do well. So that was pretty cool. But other than that, I'm excited for Squid Games 2. I know there's another season of Reacher. There's a lot of new seasons of new shows coming out.
Oh, Reacher? That's another season's coming out? Cool.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that. Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Yep. Definitely. So there's a lot of cool stuff that's coming out. So I'm excited.
I mean, we got a lot of time during the quarters of football. Yeah.
We can watch some Lampoon's Christmas movie. I actually watched that last weekend. That's a very funny movie. So I think that might be time. You got anything else?
No, I've been spending a lot of time playing Fortnite. New map, new season. So
new map, new season. Oh, I got the MLB The Show. I've been playing it.
Nice.
Doing that. Yeah.
I wonder if we could cross play and then play each other with a team.
Well, you figure that out because
you have PS5, right?
I have a PS5.
Okay. All right. I'll figure it out.
You figure it out. You're the gamer.
Yeah.
I saw.
And I was thinking about streaming. So there's that idea, but consistency and the way my apartment is kind of set up, and I'm still rearranging things and throwing shit out in the street. Well, not yet, not really, but getting there. But yeah, that's been pretty much it.
Well, not much to talk about. It's Bears, Bulls,
Yeah.
Blackhawks.
I think next week we should list our top 5 Christmas movies. If there's more talk of losing, maybe give us some more pep in our staff.
Yeah, we can do that. You're stirring the pot. You can come out with your top 5. So
yeah,
we'll do that.
An hour 10 early.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's perfectly fine. I mean, how much more misery do you want talking about the Bulls, Blackhawks, and Bears? I mean, I'm good.
Yeah.
I think that's enough.
Yeah. Thanks for the therapy session, though. Thanks for listening to us vent, everyone.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right, everybody. Thanks for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting. We thank you, our listeners, for sticking and supporting us for over, 224 episodes. Thank you to our sponsors, 606 Media, True Chicago Sports Fans, and Grit Clothing Company. You know what to do when you get to gritclothingco.com. Check us out on social media. Stevie B, what's your socials?
It's No Water on the Weekend for TikTok, but for Instagram, it's No Water on the Weekend. Weekend is spelled WKND.
Awesome. All my socials are Big Z _606 Media Group. You can find us on all most socials for 606 Media and True Chicago Sports Fans. It's all the same. But remember, we have that new website. It's in developmental. I'm still working on it when I get spare chance. That's 606media.com. You can check all the episodes on there. There's a couple episodes that didn't have video before, but I did put the Carlos Zambrano one in there. The Martin Moreno one is on there, so you can watch those as well. Those are pretty funny, but cool ones. But if you have something to talk about, want to stir in the pot topic, want to argue us with sports, give us a show recommendation, hit us up at truechicagosportsfans@gmail.com. All right, y'all. For Stevie B, I am Big Z, and we'll see you next time for episode 225. And until then, be good to each other for the love of sports.
Sweet.